Hi everyone, welcome back to our channel. Today we're going to be making homemade kulfi. Just look at how beautiful it turned out. I hope you guys are ready to learn. This is a really fun dessert to make. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and comment below. So the ingredients that you'll be needing to make kulfi today are really simple. You're only going to need 5 major ingredients. So the biggest and most important ingredient we have here today is our whole milk. This is going to be our star ingredient. We're also going to need about 3/4 cup of pistachios, about 1/4 cup of almonds, and 1/2 cup of sugar and cardamom. So what we're going to need to do is have a nice heavy pot on the stove. And before you even turn the heat on, you're going to want to add just a small smidge of water, just a splash of water before you put in your milk so that it doesn't stick to the bottom of the pan, okay? There we go. So once you've added your water, before turning on the stove, you're going to add about 1/2 gallon of milk. Looks great. Wow. So we filled our milk up to the rim, and now we're gonna turn our heat on. Beautiful. And we're gonna keep it on a nice high heat. Perfect. While your milk is boiling, just grab a handful of pistachios and almonds and set them aside. The rest of our ingredients, we're gonna throw them into our blender and grind them to a fine powder. So we're just gonna Once you're done blending, your almonds should look like this, a nice little powder consistency. So we're just gonna take our grinded up almonds and keep it aside to use later, just like that. Now we're gonna do the same thing with our pistachios. We're gonna dump them in, put our lid on. So after you blend your pistachios, it should look like this. This is a great nice powdery texture. That's perfect. Now we're just going to transfer all of our pistachio powder into a separate bowl and just hold on to it for later. Beautiful. So the milk is starting to thicken a little bit. You can kind of tell from the texture if you just stir a little bit. So this is about the point that you're going to want to start stirring it, and you're going to want to keep stirring from when this starts. So you're going to keep stirring consistently and evenly, and you're going to want to start adding sugar in little increments. So here we go. And it's really important that we keep stirring from this point onwards. So once the sugar has been added, you have to make sure you keep on stirring. You want to make nice, even, circular stirs. In the meantime, you're going to want to cut up your almonds, the ones that you've set aside. In the beginning, we're going to use these to put into our kulfi. Great. You're going to want to make them really nice and thin. Beautiful. So as you can see, some of our milk has evaporated. We started off at this rim over here, and we've evaporated some. And you know, this is about the point that you're ready to add in our powdered nuts. So if I had to give you a time, it's been approximately an hour since we first put the milk on the pot for boiling. So the first thing we're going to add is our almond powder that we made. We're going to just slowly drop it in, and this is going to help thicken up our base. Beautiful. So you can already see it starting to mix in. Now it's important to keep on stirring. Now the next step is to take our pistachio mixture, and we're gonna slowly dump it in. Beautiful. You can already just see it's starting to pick up. Yes, this is exactly what we want to see. Beautiful. And keep on stirring. The secret to making the best tasting kulfi is to scrape the rims and put it back into the middle. This is going to help enhance the flavors. So we're down to our final steps. We're going to want to add in a nice big teaspoon of cardamom. That's perfect. And we're gonna want to add in our chopped up nuts that we kept aside from the beginning. All right. And let's get back to stirring. You're gonna want to keep it on for about 1 or 2 minutes, and you have to keep on stirring, and once you're done, you can turn off the heat and you're ready for storage. So it's been about an hour and our kulfi mixture has been cooled down. It's really important to make sure that you had your lid on when you were cooling it so that it doesn't harden in the meantime. So this is great, and we're ready to fill up our kulfi cups. We don't have kulfi molds, so we're using insulated cups instead. Beautiful. And the best part is this is all homemade and we're using whole ingredients. So after we filled up all of our cups, it looks a little bit like this. You're going to want to make sure that you don't overfill it. Just about 3/4 of the way deep is good. Perfect. Wow. So our next step is to take a piece of aluminum foil and just wrap our cups with it. You're going to want to seal it tightly to prevent any leakage. Just like that. Now you're going to want to make a little slit at the top, just a really small one, big enough for you to be able to stick a popsicle stick through. This is to ensure that we have little kulfi popsicles. So just shove it in there. Beautiful. Just like that. So you just repeat the process for the rest of your kulfi cups, and when we're done, we just put them in a little tray to make sure that they don't spill in the freezer. But if you don't have this, that's fine. Just make sure they're standing upright so that they don't tip and make a mess. But looks great. We're ready to go. I want to grab your kulfis and we're gonna take it to the refrigerator. Here we go. Another closer look at them. Perfect. You want to make sure they're upright and you're carefully closing the refrigerator. So it's been about 24 hours and we're ready to unwrap this. Let's go and have a look. So we're going to just run it under the water. This is going to help. This is going to help us be able to remove it from our container. All right, here we have a look at our final product. Wow, just look at the beautiful details. It's honestly really well made, and this is all homemade. I would love for you guys to try this recipe out and let us know what you think in the comments below. Honestly, so pretty. Like and subscribe for more.